Now we can come to Kerala, the land of kalari. Text like Kerala Ulpati states that Parashurama bought the land of Kerala out of the ocean and established 108 kalaris. He is also said to have given the charge to 21 kalari gurukkals. For southern style or Deccan style of Kalaripayattu, Agastya is considered to be the Paramaguru. We have with us many texts attributed to Agastya himself, whereas Parashurama's story doesn't provide further instructional or illuminating text attributed to him. We have several dozen texts from Agastya and the 18 Siddhas about kalari practice, about the pressure point techniques or marma, or kalari based healing system, etc. Though a single word Kalaripayattu is used to refer to the martial art form of Kerala, we have diverse styles being practiced in the state. Parashurama is the Paramaguru for the northern style and Agastya for the southern style. The northern style or Vadakkan style is flourishing in the Malabar or northern Kerala with its highly structured and disciplined system of training. The southern style, we Agasthyam preach, put more emphasis on marma or pressure points and southern combat skills. There is another style called Madhya Kerala or central style. There are also Kalam Chavit or Bali Sambradayam style. Bali Sambradayam focuses on drawing the strength from the enemy itself. Pressure point based style, which we call it as Varma Kale. Here the damage is done by focusing on pressure points on the enemy. Silambatam is also the part of the southern style. It's formed from the essence of all these various styles. So even today, the teaching is done with different elements from these diverse forms. Southern Kalaripayattu is more than self-defense. It is said, Todade, Todade, Tottal Vidade, which means we must never touch our enemy unless they make the first move on us. Gurus strongly and repeatedly instruct that we must try to avoid any attack on us, at least 3 times. So we must not touch our enemy as much as possible. And if we are forced to defend and counterattack, then we must ensure that they are fully finished, subdued. Kalaripayattu is the one and only healing martial art. Kalaripayattu is the only martial art form in the world which has a healing or treatment system associated with it. Kalari Chikilsa and Siddha Chikilsa was very prominent here for years, and still we have dedicated practitioners. The healing system thus forms a protection system. The Gurukkal is responsible for the health and well-being of the society around him. There have been several historical studies about Kalaripayattu's growth. Prominent historian Sridhara Menon states that Kalaripayattu is the strength and foundation of Kerala. History always travels with the warriors, and our warriors came from our kalaris. It was the strength and beauty of Kerala. There was never a discrimination based on sex, religion, caste, or creed in Kalaripayattu training. All boys and girls were administered this basic form of education. Thus, a society of warriors, leaders were created from the kalaris and immortalized by their courage. Durante Barbosa, the Portuguese traveler who came to Kerala in the early 16th century, wrote that kids starts training to make their bodies flexible from the age of 7. The practice begins early in the morning. They practice twice a day. They seem to get extremely loose joints, which makes them highly flexible. Then the weapon training is imparted. Archery, sticks and daggers are used. The practice continues till death. He discusses that the different types of kalaris belong to Nayars, Tejas, Muslims, Christians and Dalit. He talks about Tejas wearing gold ornaments as well as having the urumi or flexible swords on around their waist like a belt. Both men and women used to do this. He mentions that they can take it off with lightning speed in case of an attack. The Vadakkan Kalaris become famous through the Vadakkan Pattu or Bellards. They praise the bravery of warriors like Thacholiodanan, Aromal Chegavar, Unniyarcha, and even Unniyarcha is famously used only her wet towel to fight against assassins at Nadapura. In 1804, the British banned Kalaripayattu in Kerala, which is in response to the Kottayattu War, a rebellion against British rule in Kerala led by the Keralite king Keralavarma Parashiraja, resulting in the closure of most of the major Kalari training grounds in Kerala. Following the ban, many Keralite gurus of Kalaripayattu resisted the ban and continued to teach Kalaripayattu to their students in secret. Students learned and preserved the martial art with extreme devotion and were responsible for preserving Kalaripayattu into the beginning of the 20th century, as well as sparking the revival of Kalaripayattu in Kerala. So, Kalari system requires 12 years of training to create an excellent warrior. The learning begins with the Meyorikam or preparation of the body. It gets the body to become flexible and agile, to turn and twist as required. At our Agasthyam Kalari, we incorporate breathing also into such flexibility training. This forms the foundation. Then we move to Kaladuppugal or leg exercise to bring strength and flexibility. After that, we begin the Chuvadu or basic moves. These are meant to defend against attack from 4 sides. They are called Ottakal Chuvadu or Otta Chuvadu, because the movement happens with the left feet firmly placed on the ground. We have around 15 Otta Chuvadu and then Kutta Chuvadu or combination steps or complex steps. After that, it comes Kaipor or bare hand attacks. It's about defending and locking the attacks that focus on arms and legs. We also learn Pootugal and Piruvugal, which is about the different ways of locking the enemy and how we can escape if such locks are used against us. There are many interesting techniques in Kaiporu. So after bare hands, we move to Kuruvadi or short staff or stick fighting. Subsequently, long bow staff training is imparted. The long stick is perhaps the oldest weapon man started using. All our initial defenses involved sticks and stones. We learn fights and swinging of bow staff. The metal weapons enter the training with katara or dagger. Then comes axe or kodali or kanta kodali. It's only in advanced training where sword and shield and flexible sword urumi come into play. We also have spear and shield or marabadicha kundam and kathim talayim, that we learn self-defense using our cloth in case of knife attack. After weapons training, we move into Marma Shastra. It's about the 108 pressure points in the human body, how they can be attacked and how to evade. Also about reviving people who might have collapsed because of hit or block to their pressure point. Then the trainee also starts Marma Chikitsa or pressure point healing. Thus, it's a complete system of understanding the body, its weakness, the strength, and curing ailments. The warrior training is complete only with the healer training. Kalari, being a well-rounded study, trains your mind to become calm, to become peaceful in every moment. It teaches you to care even your enemy. This is the greatest lifestyle, the lifestyle of wisdom. Thus we suffixed Agasthyam as the wellness and wisdom of Kalaripayattu. Namaskaram.